Good morning. Class is in session and I need you girls to sit down, okay? So today we're going to talk about what slowing down emotional access looks like. I'm going to break this down in real life terms because when I say slow emotional access, it sounds very vague. So I'm going to give you real life examples and in actions and what it looks like in actions. Like I always tell you ladies, it's not about being cold and it's not about playing games. It's about not giving someone girlfriend level access when they're still a stranger. Example number 1, oversharing too early. If you just met him and you're already telling him your childhood traumas, your dating trauma, why your last relationship failed, and what you are afraid in love, that's emotional access. This is going to be your rule of thumb. If he has not shown consistency, he does not get a treat to your inner world. This keeps you mysterious, light, and present. It is not secretive, it is just contained, selective. Okay? You're contained, not being secretive. Big difference. And you're not lying, you're just not giving away information so freely that nobody really cares about in the beginning. But that's how you keep the mystery, by slowly, gradually revealing layers of yourself to people who have earned it. Example number 2, emotional availability on demand. If he texts you whenever he's bored, stressed, and lonely, and you drop everything to be there, that is emotional access. Slowing that down looks like you respond when you're free. You don't become his emotional regulation system. You can be warm without being on call. You can be kind without having to be nice. Example number 3, planning the future in your head. This one's very sneaky because I remember I always tell you guys, women, we use our imaginations a lot. You haven't talked about commitment, but you're already imagining trips, holidays, what he would be like as a partner. And that fantasy creates attachment before reality does. You probably even thought about the wedding already. That's how deep that fantasy shit would take you, deep. And that's what makes you attach. And then because you women tend to get into their imagination when they like him and go too deep end and not reality. And that makes you more attached than what your body and what reality is currently in. Like I said, the fantasy creates attachment before the reality does. Slowing down emotional access means you stay in what is, not what could be, not potential. Potential, it does not exist. That's not real. That's not reality. Remember, curious, not invested. Number 4, sex before emotional safety or any type of commitment whatsoever. Let's be honest, sex bonds women quicker. Quickly. Because your oxytocin does not care about logic. Slowing emotional access sometimes means waiting until you feel grounded and not excited. Waiting until there's consistency and not chemistry. Not because sex is bad, but because your body bonds faster than your mind. And also, you should be very preservative of your body, and you should not allow everyone to have access to that. Get rid of this whole modern stuff that is casual. Ain't shit casual about that. So cut that out, okay? Be very intentional about that. And to get to that level, there should be a lot of investments that have gone and have happened prior to even getting to that stage of a relationship. Example number 5, becoming his therapist. If you're helping him process his ex, coaching him through life, motivating and reassuring him 24/7, you have stepped into emotional labor. And that collapses polarity so fast. That one I've seen is one of the fastest way to kill polarity quickly. The truth is, a man does not fall in love with his therapist. There's a difference between being his therapist and being someone that he feels comfortable sharing things with, okay? That's different. When you slow down emotional access, this is what it actually does. It gives your nervous system time. It lets his efforts catch up to your feelings. And it keeps you in your body and not in your head. And most importantly, it keeps you from attaching to potential instead of reality. Slowing down emotional access is not about withholding love. It's about protecting your heart until it's earned. And this is the kind of grounding we practice inside the Feminine Reset. Staying open without losing yourself. Because if you're too far in the open and then you're too far in losing yourself, you're never going to have a fine balance, and you're always going to be both ends, two extremes will never, you're always going to be depleted in either of those extremes. So it's finding that middle ground. And it comes with a lot of boundaries that you have to uphold with yourself, and emotional discipline, and acceptance, and a lot of shadow work. And a lot of people are not willing to put in that work, and this is why they don't get the outcome that they desire, because it does require you to have discipline with yourself. It does require you to have boundaries with yourself. And this is why I say, if you cannot set boundaries with yourself, it's going to be very hard to set boundaries with other people. The principle applies. So you see what I'm saying? You want to learn these things not for other people. It's never about other people. It's for yourself. So you can be in your best interest, have your best interest at heart, be your number one, and it will be easier to implement these habits and these traits on other people, because you can do them with yourself. And that's the most important relationship you'll ever have. You are the love of your life. You are the one you're looking for, literally. And then people just mirror that back to you. People treat you how you treat yourself. And when you learn and you strengthen these muscles, you stop violating yourself. Because you've been conditioned to all of these things, to violate yourself by being self-sacrificing, by being, there's a middle ground and balance to everything, guys. Everything. But you guys catch my gist. I hope this video helped. I hope it gave you clarity. I'm gonna come up with some more so I could do a part 2 of this video, and we're gonna go more in depth and more and then one of these, I really want to break down one of these examples and really go deeper in that one specifically. So I might make a video specifically for that one. But I hope this video helped. I hope you guys got clarity. I love you guys. Bye.